If you're even considering investing in an apartment, today's video is for you. It's 2025, but the question I still get asked most often is, why can't I invest in an apartment? Here's why. Let's say you spend $800,000 to buy an apartment and a house. The apartment's rental yield is a bit higher at 6%, so the annual rent is $48,000. The house's rental yield is lower at 4%, so the annual rent is $32,000. If you add a granny flat and bring the yield up to 5%, then you can also get $40,000 a year. Here's the key question. This is the first pitfall that many Chinese investors fall into. They use the mindset from back home when investing in Australia, focusing only on rental income. Let's break down the first major pitfall of apartments. Property fees. You pay at least $10,000 a year less for houses. For good apartments, it's completely normal to pay over $3,000 per quarter. The swimming pool, barbecue area, and gym that your tenants enjoy, all of that comes out of your pocket. For houses, maintenance costs are lower, about $1,000 a year for apartments, covering things like fixing toilets or leaking pipes. For houses, it's a bit more, around $2,000 a year, but even for older houses, that's usually enough. Now, the second pitfall of apartments, special levies. Whenever there's a change in laws or regulations, or if there's a fire hazard, or if there's a structural issue with the cladding, each time it happens, it costs at least $10,000. Let's say the probability is very low, just 1%. That's still $1,000 for a house. Annually, your expected rental income for an apartment, it's $36,000. For a house, $30,000, no problem. So, over the holding period, the apartment's total rent is $360,000, and the house's is $300,000. On paper, the apartment looks very appealing. But here comes the biggest pitfall, opportunity cost. For apartments in Australia, you can basically assume that in 10 years the price won't increase unless it's a rare property, like one with a view of the Sydney Opera House. Those kinds of apartments are not really available on the market. You can't buy them. The ones you can buy, let's just assume their price doesn't go up in 10 years, and that's already being generous. The selling price is still $800,000 for the house. A typical house on a decent lot can double in value in 10 years, from $800,000 to $1.6 million. In that time, the apartment earns $360,000 in rent. The house gains $800,000 in appreciation and $300,000 in rent, totaling $1.1 million. So $1.1 million minus $360,000 divided by 10 years is much more. $70,000 over 10 years is equivalent to the average annual income of an Australian. Remember, in Australia, it's the land that's scarce. Houses can be built anywhere. I'm Jing Sanqing, your buyer advisor in Melbourne. Follow me so you won't get taken advantage of.